Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, March 3rd, 2017, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, how goes the Dow today? This is uh, kind of interesting push and pull going on here. Uh, the Dow ended up positive 3, which doesn't sound like much, but I think it is significant because Janet Yellen made comments today about raising uh, interest rates earlier than had previously been thought, and a while ago that would have just crashed the market, and obviously it didn't crash it today. It just kind of flattened things out. The Dow was negative um, probably most of the day, but it did end up closing up 3 points. I watched the close, and it was like a push and pull with 21,000. At the last minute, I think I counted 5 times that it went back and forth above and below 21,000. But in the end, the bulls won out with the Dow closing up 21,005. So it did close above 21,000 today. Uh, we did not have a spectacular day, certainly. We did have a good day, though. We closed out positive almost $7,000. But it would have been nice if we could have added a little to that with our open trade equity. Instead, we got into 3 positions. One was positive, 2 are negative, and we're holding negative $2,600 over the weekend. So that's just kind of, it takes away our accomplishment of closing out positive nearly 7,000. And the problem that we're having is, the past 2 days we had um, really bad days, with I think about $14,000 in losses 2 days in a row. And to offset those kinds of things, we need really big days, and we just aren't getting really big days. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm very disappointed in that. And this weekend, I'm going to be working and looking at our portfolio and some other things, trying to figure out why, after this big run in the Dow since the elections, we really haven't. We've been pretty flat, quite honestly, and it's just something's wrong. I don't know exactly what is wrong. I will show you the trades for today. First, the spoiler for today. And incidentally, the other ironical thing is that the stocks that we've done well in since the election have been inverse stocks, which is weird. I mean, essentially shorting stocks. So, yeah, the whole thing, I need to look at it. I don't know if I'm going to come up with anything or not, but I am going to be looking at it. Anyway, this is Degas, which is inverse natural gas. We did not do well with this. This was our spoiler stock today. Unfortunately, we're getting a lot of spoiler stocks recently. We bought this on this sucker spike yesterday, and then were knocked out this morning right away in it, and that cost us $4.5 thousand, $4,500 in Degas. Fortunately, we had um, stocks, 2 stocks that more than offset that, and that's what pushed us up to $7,000 in profits. This first one is Dust, which is inverse gold mining. We bought that about the 3rd hour yesterday, and we got out right here, not too far off the open. We took 3.5 thousand, $3,500 out of dust. And then we did even better than that in JDST, which is also inverse gold stock and inverse gold mining. And we got into that about the same time we got into dust. It kept going very nicely, but we got a pop up this morning, just beautiful pop up, and we took $8,000 out of JDST, and just look at that beautiful exit. You know, this is what's painful to me. You know, we're having, you know, we're not having good stocks, good markets. Our equity is pretty flat, but occasionally we get these beautiful trades, and this is just beautiful. Look at that. We bought that yesterday. We get out here right at the top. We get out with $8,000, and then it goes back to where we got in, but we got out at almost the perfect place. Anyway, that's the way it went this Friday. This is Trader Bob signing off. You guys have a fantastic weekend. I'll be back here online on Monday.